Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week we have a little bit of a light week, but some important stuff this week. Number one, before I go into more detail, for the other parts of the update, there was a hotfix that took place where the death cause has been reinstated. There was a little bit of a bug that was causing that to be deactivated from the best of my knowledge. But otherwise, we do have two events that are still taking place. We have the Tales of the Pride, which is active until June 30th, so you still have a few days left for this year. And then we have the Parcels from the Dead, which is active until July 17th. So if you're looking to get some soul dies or anything from that, now's the time to do it. Also, I will say it's very nice to be a way to stock bones and ashes for necromancy. And the Dream Completionist Cape. So there are some changes with this. The following requirements have been added to the Dream Completionist Cape criteria, which will change again here once necromancy comes out. So Master Quest Cape, the Reaver Crew, and Globetrotter. Those three things are required now for the Trimmed Completionist. And speaking of necromancy, we finally get the release date on June 29th. So we have a few more days and then we get the release date that is going to be officially announced. And we have a live stream calendar. So we do have one more thing here. We do have the Pride March of 2023 route. This will be taking place on June 28th at 1600 game time. This is the one that is officially sponsored by, with Jaggets, whereas the one that took prior event was through the Pink Skirt event, if I believe, or just the community. But it starts in the Grand Exchange, goes all the way through Varrock, goes out the east, and then south all the way down into Lumbridge, makes a little bit of a loop, and then heads north and then northwest over through Jernor. And then back up through Jernor as well, and then west just south of the farm, and then south to Port Sarum, west over to Remington, north up next to Melzar's Maze, then east a bit almost to Jernor, and then you head all the way north into Falador up to the Garden. And the treasure hunter calendar, so currently active is the Dragon's Dozen, which ends on June 28th. And then starting on June 29th and ends July 5th is the Loot Rooms, which is going to have a new chest for this event, which is going to be the Chest of the Dead. So do check that out. The Chest of the Dead is going to be one of those things that has a lot of the last wills in it. Patch notes for this week, which is the Comp and Trim update. Added Master Quest Cape to the Trim Completionist Cape requirements. It edited the requirements that appear on both. They only appear on the Master Quest Cape. They added the Reaper Crew to the Trimmed, and they added the Globetrotter outfit to the Trim Completionist. Woodcutter's Grove wood spirits can now be used directly from the wood box, so you don't have to worry about that. The hotspots of the South Wall Section 2 can now be accessed without any issues. The hotfix that the Dwarven Chain Axe no longer gives XP and produce when in a available resource mode. So you get the resources, but you're not getting XP. Kind of a trade-off there. Empling spawn rates from the Tree Shaking Scrimshaw have been reduced after they were spawning too frequently following the woodcutting changes. Fixed an issue that meant players were unable to get a refund for the Leprechaun composting services. The safe space / healing area of the bank deposit spots have returned to all banks in Fort 4 and 3. Community hit list, the Demonic Skull is no longer tradable and drops 500k gold on PvP death. They removed a issue with the ordering of items in the death preview and have re-enabled death costs. Text scaling is now uniform across all NPC chat boxes. Withdrawing a demonic skull from the bank within the wilderness will no longer automatically opt players into PvP. They will receive a warning first, so players can still be attacked within the wilderness while they are in possession of the skull. Wilderness teleport spells no longer require double confirmation on warning dialogue. And portable fairy rings now teleport beyond level 30 wilderness if the player is not opted into PvP. Keep in mind that is not opted in. General updated and increased the number of Pride themed presets available in the Max/Comp Cape Customizer. Tuska's Wrath no longer deals 10,000% damage against non-Slayer targets when using the Slayer wildcards. Big bug there. Players are no longer able to deploy portables on top of the post-CP the Schnorr Lodestone. Players can now repair barrel chest anchor at the smiths as intended. Wilderness Flash event rewards can be placed in your bank again. Last wills will no longer be dropped on the ground when claiming treasure hunter rewards. You'll be asked to make space in your inventory before you can continue. And Iron players can now only see Iron Man rewards in the Parcels for the Dead info screen. Then we head into the community, which first we have a community showcase, which is the Granny Potterton Farm with some dragons by Tim Martins. And then we have Snowy Rune, given a little bit of a stained glass appearance for the different types of the Elder Gods. And then we have a comic here, and this is a Dungeoneering comic. For this is by RS3, and who is the real monster here? Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, Rune 2, we have up first the RS guy. If I can't DPS enough, I lose my hardcore Iron Man. Road to Zuck. That should be quite interesting. And then another one here from Nuznuz. Completely changing how you make money. Really paid off. And this is his old method versus new method. And apparently there's a good turnaround you'll have to see here. And then Project Combat RS shares their thought on necromancy and what they would like to see from the upcoming combat style. And then we have Let's Discuss RS getting in deep with necromancy, and they are interviewing Josh Strive Hayes. So do check that out. I know there's a lot of theories about necromancy, and we only know very, very, very little, and I'm happy about that. Then we have the Skeeper screenshots, which we have Lobo PVM found in tranquil spot to enjoy some reading. And with the help of Essential Arc, the magnificence of forces of nature taken back to wilderness, which I didn't see that deer there before. That almost looks like a pet, so I'm wondering if it is, wondering if it's not, I'm not sure. And Yorn Games, Yorn Gomes is enjoying the Woodcutter's Grove. Then we have the Pink Skirt event, which is the Penguin Tour. First up is Miss Misty. Wednesday, June 28th. This is 2000 game time. World 60 Edgeville Bank FC's Miss Misty. If I didn't mention it, Penguin Tour. And then we got the monthly D&D wrap-up run. So we got to RuneScape Discord Mentors, Friday, June 30th at 1800 game time. World 2, Berthorpe Lodestone FC is a help. And then we have General Grodor Hard Mode, hosted by Mercy and Dung Titan, Saturday, July 1st at 1300 game time. World 35, Bandos Lobby FC is Dung Titan. So do check all this out, guys. A lot of good stuff coming, and we soon get to see what's coming for Necromancy, or when Necromancy's going to hit. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. And until next time, later, guys.